of you who don't know, slam is a poetry competition. We don't care about the competition here, though. It was invented in 1984 by a Chicagoan named Mark Smith.
So what?
Thank you, those of you who were unaffected by that personal name, because it's not about the person, it's about all of us together. Those of you who didn't respond, get ready. You're gonna get one more chance. The word is so what, following the name Mark Smith. It was invented in 1984 by Chicagoan Mark Smith.
So what?
In the last 25 years, Poetry Slam has spread throughout the United States and the world, the whole universe actually, but they didn't tell you about that yet because it's classified information. Louder than a bomb, Chicago Youth Poetry Festival, the world's largest youth poetry slam, was started in 2001 by a collective of poets and educators, including Anna West and Kevin Kohl. I appreciate it. You should applaud and because he's also our DJ today, so show some love for the DJ. And then you can just do and the founder, right? The founder, Kevin Kohl, and DJ Kevin Kohl, yeah. Ambiguous. To give Chicago youth a place to express themselves and gather in a safe space, would start with just a handful of teams in the basement. It's grown into over 120 teams from all over the city and the suburbs. What up, suburbs? Yes, I appreciate that. One person showing love for the suburbs. LTAB students sharpen their literary art skills and learn ways to impact society through poetry and hip-hop. There are more than 13 cities across the country and Canada, thank you Drake, that are using the LTAB Chicago model to educate and organize. Here's how it works. Poets are going to read their poems. They're going to be judged by 5 judges. Judges, hold up your scorecards so that we know where you are. The poems are scored on a scale from 1 to 10 with 1 decimal point. We drop the highest score and the lowest score, add the 3 middle scores. Hey, we don't care about the points here because the point is not the point. The point is poetry. Those of you who didn't say anything, now you've learned, you know what to say. Let's try it again. The point is not the point. The point is poetry. I still don't believe you. The point is not the point. The point is poetry. Thank you. We're going to have 5 rounds. The first 4 rounds are going to be individual rounds, where one poet from each team is going to come up here and present a piece. The 5th round is going to be a group piece round. If you have never seen an LTAB stage before, start clapping right now. If you've never been to LTAB before. It'll blow your mind, the group piece round. There's going to be each team with 4 poets at the same time doing a poem in splendid unison. That's right, splendid unison. And the order is going to be determined by the cumulative team scores the first 4 rounds. Hey guys, this is the only time you get a chance to boo, so I need you to boo from a place deep in your soul. Deep in your soul. Time penalties. Thank you. It was delayed, but it still worked. Poets, you have a 3-minute time limit, and you're required to state the following before performing your poem. Your name, the name that appears on this page. We need to know who you are. State it clearly, please, because we are still learning to read. Your school or your community organization with an optional call and response, then the title of your poem. If your poem is untitled, then you need to say, this piece is untitled. Your time is going to start right after you state the title of the poem. Here's an example. Hi, my name is RJ. I go to YCA. The name of this poem is Why I Like Cheese. I love cheese. So when I start the I love cheese, that's where the time is starting. You got it? Poets, you got it?
I love cheese.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Call and response too. Hey, say safe space.
Safe space.
Okay, you don't really want it to be safe? You guys want to have them fighting here or something? Say it loud. Safe space.
Safe space.
Safe space. This means, and when I say these words, you're going to repeat after me because you are rebuking them. You're not going to hold them close to you unless, look, if somebody's not saying these words, look around because it means they like these things. Only if they say it doesn't mean they don't like it. I'm just kidding. Don't want to pressure anybody, but pressure, okay? No racist.
Racist.
Okay, some people like racism in here. Is that what's happening? No racist.
Racist.
Homophobic.
Homophobic.
Sexist.
Sexist.
Gender bias.
Gender bias.
Ableist.
Ableist.
Or otherwise discriminatory language.
Otherwise discriminatory.
Is allowed. Okay, stop copying after me. At the discretion of your ballot manager, who is Diana Harris, the mogul, Diana Harris, points will be deducted if these rules are broken during the slam. Hey, here at LTAB, we ask that you silence your phones, because I heard a phone go off last bout. So turn it to silent now. It's relatively easy. I know we're all tech savvy. Don't put your phone away though. Just make it silent. We need you to have your phones out. We are ready, okay? You're gonna hear some hot lines today. Look at that. Give it up for DJ KC on the 1 and 2. He's giving a clinic on how to be a DJ at a poetry slam. So, you're gonna hear some fresh lines from these poems. When you hear something that you like, I know this is gonna be hard for you to remember, but remember this. When you hear a line that you really like, tweet that line. Put it on Twitter and hashtag it LTAB 2016 so that everybody in the world will know what amazing things are happening in this room. It's important. Hashtag it. All right, you guys ready to meet the judges?
Yeah.
Are you ready to meet the judges?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll mimic you. I'll be quiet. You guys can be loud. All right. Our first judge is Guyana. Show some love for Guyana. When asked, what qualifies you to be a judge, Guyana said, I love poetry. Show some love. Show some love. This was the last time you made it happen to that judge. It's okay. We're gonna start that. Up next we have Yulia. Yulia. Give some love to Yulia. When asked, what qualifies you to be a judge, Yulia said, I was a middle school poetry slam superstar and went to Franklin Fine Arts. Show some love for Yulia. One more time. Again, maybe the last time you applaud, so show all the love you got. Up next, we have Laura. Show some love for Laura. When asked what qualifies Laura to be a judge, she says, I was here last year. That's a great qualification. Show some love for Laura. Up next, we have Miranda. Show some love for Miranda already. When asked what qualifies you to be a judge, she said, I'm a word slayer, son. She didn't say son, but she said I am a word slayer. So show some love for Miranda. She got bars. It's always good when judges have bars. Finally, we have Michaela. Show some love for Michaela already. When asked what qualifies her to be a judge, she said something, I can't repeat, it was an expletive, but then asked again, she said something else that also had an expletive, but then she said, I love poetry, so show some love for Michaela. It's okay. We're learning the rules together, guys. Let's meet our bout staff. As you know, or you may not know, my name is RJ. I'm your host. Score master today is the wonderful, illustrious Anna Festa. Show some love for Anna Festa. Anna's got fans. Our bout manager today is Diana Harris, as I call the mogul. Show some love for Diana Harris. It's a star-studded bout staff. Our check-in timekeeper is B. Capri. Show some love for B. Capri. When she was my bout manager last week, people showed her so much love. It's like she had every school that loved her in here. They didn't care about anything but B. Capri. And our DJ is Kevin Kohr. Show some love for our DJ. Got the heavy hitters in this room. We also have 4 of the best schools you've ever seen in your whole life. In your whole life in this room as well. So, well, you're gonna cheer for them in a second. Are you ready for the slam to start? Yeah! No, you're not. You thought you were ready, but you're not actually ready. Because before the slam starts, we need to bring up a sacrificial poet to spill some blood on this, metaphorically speaking, spill some blood on this stage so the judges will know where to judge from. This first poet is going to be the barometer for the rest of the night, day, whatever. It's dark in here, but it's light outside. I don't know what it is. So, before we start this bout, start clapping right now for our sacrificial poet. Start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. Show some love for Miranda. Keep clapping, keep clapping.
Alright, so can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So my name is also Miranda, and I am also a word slayer. So I call this piece Poetess. Society's got no room for poets anymore. The world's so hush-hush, we might as well live in a library, yet less filled with education. Our brothers, being beaten by the book of rules the system insists you play by, but takes back their chapters provided justice is circumstantial. And it's only worth the fuss if it's a white guy who dies by the hand of a man supposed to serve and protect every law they themselves don't abide by. But listen to me, because the world's unlike any library I've ever seen. We take the bricks that build these four walls and bash them against the heads of anyone who speaks against it, because being opinionated means the deprecated can attempt to conform you to the zombified way of life in which they sign their social contract and vow to pick up the pieces of their shattered ego and come for you. They attempt to speculate and filter our demises, cast the passion in our eyes like diamonds, because holding on to confidence in a world that profits on self-consciousness grants a gallery of fake faces to face you and call you incompetent, or completely shut you down as if the power you have in your words can be controlled with the push of a button. It's exhausting. We're almost as exhausted as the phones we don't shut off. The insomniacs of electronics, but we only sleep when they do so. Does that make us insomniacs too? If our data's erased, do we have nothing left to lose? Do we have something to prove to all the vape life dudes who walk around town and cross the street with their head down and their nose is so deep in celebrity bullshit they start to smell like it? It's ironic how, even though I write about the cryptic, twisted purposes of technology, I don't oppose. Matter of fact, this entire poem was written on my phone, but the thing I can't fathom about electronic abuse is how nobody understands that the abuser is just as much the victim. As if addiction is a symptom of the shift our moral compasses endure with every app we download, but no one wants to hear it because the truth is one hard pill to swallow. What if I happen to don't shoot the messenger? Shouldn't satiety take a poet as some sort of blessing or some sort of sensible sign to start second-guessing everything we've been told for the past, 100 years? Like how it's totally fine to be binding kids to the saying boys will be boys, which basically paints men to be aggressive and paints women to be victims. But what if I'm feeling scared because his violence is excessive? What if I think how he's touching me is a little bit oppressive? And what if he thinks being dominant is a little bit upsetting? And what if us being offended isn't demented? It's our way of making it clear that by blindsiding everything you don't want to hear, you're successfully blindsiding every cry for help that isn't being heard through all the years of stigmatized dirt that's embedded in your thoughts that us poets are just here to clean out. It's disgusting being a poet, man. We dodge censorship like the bullets America shoots at gun control laws because writing down a list of all society's flaws somehow seems counterproductive. So we're forced into joining forces with all the other poets that don't quite cite their sources, therefore spit faulty information at the selectively gullible public who only gives a damn when they don't have to, so shut the hell up.
Alright, judges. Moment of truth. I need your scores. I need your scores, judges. I like that I'm going to write it down around the same size. And we can get a little bit bigger next time. It's okay now. It's great now. My eyes just ain't what they used to be. From lowest to highest, we have an 8.2. You see that, folks? You didn't say nothing? If you hear a score you don't like, that's what you're going to say to the judges, with all the anger you have in your heart. All right? Listen to the poem. Listen to the poem. Listen. All right. I said 8.2. An 8.5.
Listen to the poem.
A 9.0. Okay, you can also like us. It's okay to like it. A 9.2.
All right.
Okay, someone just you don't like it. It's okay. And a 9.3.
Yeah.
I like you guys. You guys are good. Never satisfied. That's it.